two models of any two weather instruments were to be constructed. As you can see, they are wind vane and windsock. We have to outline their uses also. As you can see, a wind vane is an instrument that is used for identifying the direction of the wind. It's also used as a decorative piece. It's also used for providing weather information, identifying the intensity of storms to protect the people from strong storms and winds, measuring pressure and speed of winds. It's also used as a compass and a navigational device in boats when sailing. A windsock is used for showing the direction of the wind, especially at airfield. It's also used for showing the wind speed and direction. It's also used for decoration. It's also used for strength of the winds of pilots and at chemical plants where there is a risk of gaseous leakage. Two, we have to define the term weather. Weather is the state of the atmosphere at a particular place and time as regards to heat, cloudiness, dryness, sunshine, the wind, and rain. It is the day-to-day of the atmosphere and its short-term variation in minutes to weeks. We have to explain how our models can be used to deliver the concept of weather to the students of my class. My models can be used to deliver the concept of weather to my students by showing them how the conditions of the atmosphere can change over a short period of time. The models can be taken outside at any period of time for students to observe how it's being used also. As both models I have made are for measuring wind, it can be explained that wind can affect our lives and our decisions that we plan, so it is important that instruments are used to protect us. Now, D. Propose the practical use of both of the weather instruments constructed. The wind vane is made up of a tail and an arrow. The tail fin catches the wind and the arrow points to the direction the wind is blowing from. So for example, the arrow on the wind vane is pointing north. That means there is a north wind. In other words, the wind is blowing from north to south. Knowing the direction the wind is blowing from can be very useful for a variety of reasons, especially for farmers, pilots, and meteorologists. The windsock can give a very rough approximation of the wind speed. When the windsock is parallel to the pole, there is no wind. When the windsock is at a close angle away from the pole, it is likely to be a light wind. At a 45-degree angle away from the pole suggests a moderate wind. At 90 degrees away from the pole is generally felt to be a strong wind. An experiment was done to two weather instruments. A windsock is put outside in the wind to be observed because it is the indicator of wind speed. It's typically used at airstrips. As you can see, the windsock is blown away from the pole at 90 degrees, which means we have a strong wind. When it's parallel to its pole, that means there is no wind. But at 45 degrees, mentioned earlier, it suggests a moderate wind. And when it's close to the pole, there is no wind. Next, we have to look at the wind vane. So I found that only when vane is put into the wind again to see the indication of the wind since it's an instrument used for indicating wind's direction from where the wind is blowing from. So as you can see, the wind is blowing from the east. That's the direction the wind is coming from. Right now we are experiencing east wind. In other words, it's blowing from east to west. It was showing different directions, but most likely it was coming from east all the time, as you can see there. Next, we have the stages of the construction of each of the instruments. Stages of the construction of the models. Win-win. Firstly, we have to get the following materials: drinking straw, scissors, new pencil, plain paper, colored cardboard, thumbtack, round shape of the thick cartoon box. Steps to follow. Draw a triangle and arrow tail onto the colored cardboard, then cut it off. Cut two slits at least 1 cm on each side of the straw or each end. Insert the arrowhead and the tail at the end of the straw. Put the thumbtack directly through the center of the straw and into the pencil eraser. Draw a circle on a plain paper with the size of round thick carton box and cut it out. 6. Mark the center of the circle and draw two lines across it to make vertical and horizontal line. Then 7. Label the four primary directions. Those are east, west, north, and south. Number 8. For base, round carton box can be used. Number 9. Use glue to attach the plain circle which contains the four primary directions to the round carton box. Insert the tip of the pencil at the center of the base. Next, we have the windsock. Materials to be used: thin cardboard, new pencil, scissors, plastic, silicone, carton box, and pin. Steps to follow. Cut a strip from a thin cardboard. Cut the plastic in a rectangular shape. Take a strip and use a silicone to attach them to make a circle. Take the plastic and paste it with the silicone on the circle strip. Take a carton box and cut a round shape. Take a pencil by its eraser side and push it into the middle of the round cartoon box. Take a pin and push it into the round strip at any side, then stick it on a pencil point through the hole. That is how windsock is constructed.